Hey guys. Oh my gosh, this is telling me to rotate my device, but I don't want to rotate my device. This is how I want it. Hold on 1 second. This is so annoying. I have been having the biggest issue with I don't even know if you guys can see me. Can you guys comment if you can see me, and I'll just keep going, but this thing is telling me to rotate my device and I don't want to rotate my device. I have it the way I want it. But can you guys comment to let me know what you're seeing? Because I can't tell at this point. I may have to do another one of these. I don't know. Hey guys, comment if you can see me, because I have no idea. Need to rotate. It keeps telling me to rotate it, but I don't want it to be rotated. I want it to be this way. You need to turn sideways. Gosh, it's gonna make me turn sideways. Let's see. Like this. Is this better? You are sideways. I wanted this to be the other way. So annoying. All right, so now, since this is forcing me to hold this way, hold on, let me see if I can come up with, yeah, I'm gonna hold this by hand. This is so annoying, but hey guys, you guys are filling up my screen. Like I cannot, the other way will not work. You know what, Frankie, the other way, when I do it landscape, that's how I normally record. So I don't know why it's forcing me to hold the camera this way, which is annoying to me because now this means that I can't do the video the way I would really like to do it, which means I have to like hold it in my hand to talk with you guys through some of the products I use for skincare. So sorry about that, but we gonna roll with it. It worked better for me the other way. Yeah, see, I like it. This is like, I guess how if you do like a live feed. Hey, Mary. This is like if you do it, the other videos are great. Don't know what's happening. It's okay. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what's happening either, girl. So today is the first day that I tried to schedule this live stream, which I don't think I'm ever going to do again. But today is the first day I tried to schedule one, and I just had issues all the way around trying to make this happen today. But I had to like log on, log off. It wouldn't let me do some things. It's just a nightmare, depending on how we hold the tablets. Okay. All right. Well, look. I'm just going to roll with it like this. All right. Thank you guys for joining me. I appreciate it. So I got my robe on. So that means that we're either going to be talking about skincare or beauty. As you could tell from the title of this video, we're going to be talking about beauty today. So, or skincare. So I wanted to do, oh my gosh, this is so annoying. Let me see. Yeah, it's not going to hold. So forget it. I'm going to just have to hand hold it. And my arm is getting so tired. Okay. So what I wanted to do, because you guys have asked me like quite a few questions about my skincare routine, I thought that I would do a video today. I would resume my skincare Sundays. Those of you who've been with me for a while know that I've done like a lot of DIY videos on Sundays, just sharing different masks that I have made for my skin and things like that. And so, I haven't done it in a while, so I thought that I would take a chance or a stab at trying to resume that today and sharing with you guys some of my skincare the skincare products I'm going to be using for fall. Now, some of these products I have been using for a while already, and some of them are new products that I'm using because, of course, it is the fall, and during the fall season, we have to worry about like dryness kind of in terms of the air indoors, you know, bitterness of the cold. I live in the Midwest, so it gets really, really cold. It's already like today it was 35 degrees. Isn't that a mess? So, so I have to change things up to keep my skin hydrated and to protect it during the winter months. So since I was making those changes for fall, I thought this would be a good time to kind of resume the series and share with you guys some of the things that I am using. Okay, so let's start off. I'll tell you about my skin. I have oily skin. So I've always, well, not always, like when I got to be in my late 20s, early 30s, I developed like super oily skin. I had like a series or a period of time where I had like deep like acne, like deep beneath the skin, where it was like hurt so much, you know, that kind of cystic acne. It was a nightmare, but I did go through that. And then as I came out of that, it just resulted in my having, you know, oily skin and having to adjust my skincare to accommodate oily skin. So I've tried a variety of different products. And so what I'm going to be sharing with you guys are things that, you know, are tried and true and that work for me. They're the real deal. And some of them are inexpensive and some of them I do spend a little extra money on because to me it's worth it. And, you know, I also have mature skin. I don't have a lot of wrinkles, but in the winter time, I can get very wrinkly, like up in here. Not deep set wrinkles, but like those little fine wrinkles you get when you know your skin is dry. So that's pretty much the state of my skin. I get oily like right in this area, and then the rest of my skin is pretty, I would say it's pretty normal. All right, so let's get started. Okay, so I'm gonna start with products that I use to cleanse my skin. Oh, I didn't bring it over here. So I start off my skincare regimen by like cleansing my skin kind of at the end of the day. I like to remove as much makeup as possible from my skin, and I do that a couple of ways. So the first thing I do is I use the Neutrogena wipes, which I absolutely love. I'm surprised to see that you wear your hair in your face. I would not have guessed you have oily skin. Yes, girl. It looks like Crisco sometimes up in here. Normally, I don't wear my hair in my face. If you guys check out my pictures, I normally have it like more so to the side so that it's not like on my forehead. But today, like if you guys follow me on Instagram, you know that I tried the Diva Curl products, and I'm really just trying to style my hair as a result. I'm going to tell you guys what happened after I used it last night, because I did this wash and go last night, and I just been trying to get some kind of style going, and I'll tell you about it in a separate video. But yeah, so normally I don't wear my hair in my face, but yeah, this is one of those days where we just trying to make some kind of hairstyle work. All right, so the first thing I do is I use the Neutrogena wipes, and I use them to cleanse my face. Now, I tried a bunch of different types of wipes, but I just like that one best because, as I mentioned, I do have oily skin, and I think my skin is also somewhat sensitive. So I've tried other wipes that actually kind of dried my skin out after using them. Like it felt fine when I was removing the makeup, but it left my skin feeling just weird, like oddly tight and just kind of uncomfortable. And I didn't really feel like it removed a great deal of makeup. I felt like it more so, you know, smeared it around. So I do prefer to use the Neutrogena wipes. Only challenge I have with those is that they can be kind of expensive. You get 25 in a pack, but there is, my daughter and I both use them. So what we do is we buy a 6-pack that is only $20. So if you buy Neutrogena wipes, you know that they cost like between $5 and $6, sometimes $7 a pack. So we're able to get six packs for like $19, which is a great deal. So we end up doing that, and because y'all know I'm about saving money. And that's what I use, and that's what she uses as well. So I did put a link to the source I use to get those in case you guys are interested, but I just prefer Neutrogena. I don't know what you guys use. I've heard Kirkland is also good, but I haven't had a chance to try those. I don't get to Costco that often. And again, I've tried other brands like, that you get at Walgreens and CVS and stuff like that. And I'm not going to mention them, but it just didn't work out for me. So I use those to remove the makeup from my skin. And then I use this product by Dermalogica. This is called their Pre-Cleanse. And it is an oil-based product. And the reason I like to use this is because due to the fact that I have oily skin, it's really important that I get in and cleanse my pores as deeply as possible. And so what I find is that this breaks up all of those oils, not only the oils that, get produced on my skin naturally, but it breaks up the makeup really well. And so once I remove everything with my Neutrogena wipe, I just go in with this because I just feel like I need another step in between using the Neutrogena wipe and then cleansing my face with my cleanser. So as you guys know, some makeup that we wear, it doesn't break down like, with water, and you have to put a little bit more, elbow grease, so to speak, into the process to, to remove it. So I just use that, and I just take really just a couple of drops of this, and I put it on the pads of my hands. I was going to demonstrate it in this video, but obviously since I have to hold the camera, I can't do that. But I just put it in, then I just work it in the skin really lightly. And then I use like a cotton swab and I wipe the excess away. And then sometimes what I'll do as like a final step is I'll use some of the Micellar cleansing water. And I like to use this primarily for my eyes. Like if I'm wearing mascara that is waterproof or that kind of thing, I like to use that around my eyes. And the reason for that is because I have very sensitive eyes also, and I wear contact lenses. And so I don't like to use the oil around my eyes because it tends to somehow, seep into those eyes, and then your contacts get all weird and stuff like that. And I don't like to use the Neutrogena wipes on my eyes also. I like to be very careful about what I use around my eyes. So I just take a little bit of this and I put it, hey, Kathy. I'm glad you joined us. Hey, Frankie. Oh, I'm glad you like it. The Neutrogena too. Yes, girl. It's a lifesaver. And when I'm really lazy, sometimes I only use the Neutrogena wipes. That's bad. And then I just go to bed. Now that's bad. And that's why I got a little pimple right here. Anyway, but I do like to use the Micellar cleansing water. I was like, there's a lot of hype around this. I don't know if this really, really, really is the real deal and it really works, but I do find that it works really, really well. Again, especially for my eyes when I'm wearing mascara, because that is so difficult to get off. And when you are a woman of a particular age, you want to do as little rubbing and tugging in the eye area as possible. So actually, I just put this like on a cotton pad. I wipe it and it comes off really easily. Also, it's really good at removing liquid lipstick. I've been so into liquid lipsticks lately, but they can be really, really difficult to remove. So using the Dermalogica oil and then following it up with the micellar cleansing, it helps to remove it really, really easily. Do you know if that eye product works without removing lash extensions? Yes, it is great for lash extensions. And the reason it's great if you wear lash extensions is because it doesn't have any oil in it. So it is perfect for, for women who do the lash extensions. I wish I could do lash extensions. Do you wear them? I don't wear lash extensions. I've been wanting to try them. But I have oily lids too. And I've heard that if you have oily lids, it's kind of, oily lids. Depending on how oily your lids get, it can be a waste of money because it'll just loosen up the adhesive they use to attach the lashes to your, to your eye, to your lashes. So I've never tried them, but if any of you guys are oily girls and you have oily, like super oily lids like I do, and you use extensions, you go to have them done, let me know if you have that experience, because I do want to try them, but I'm just scared it's going to be a waste of money. But yeah, this is great if you wear lash extensions. It will not loosen up that glue, so it works perfectly. All right, so after I have loosened, gotten all of the makeup and all of the dirt and everything that's kind of settled on my skin over the course of the day, I do go in and formally cleanse my skin. Now, I am one of those people, I'm ashamed to even show you guys this. I grabbed it right before the video, but this is my Clarisonic. Don't judge me, the handle is kind of dirty. But this is my Clarisonic, and I use the Deep Pore Cleansing Head. I love this because it is perfect for me because I do have oily skin. If you have oily skin or you have acne-prone skin, I highly recommend the Deep Pore brush. Have had no issues with it, but I use this and I cleanse my skin. Now, it took me a long time to buy a Clarisonic because y'all know I'm frugal. And I was like, I could just get one of those manual brushes and cleanse my skin. And yeah, it worked okay. But let me tell you, I was still having issues with breakouts on my skin. And it didn't cleanse my skin as deeply as this thing did. Like, within the first, I would say 3 days of using this, I actually did notice a difference in my skin. The packaging said I would notice a difference, and I truly did notice a difference. Eric chimed in, y'all. He said I almost scared him with the picture of this video. I had the mask on, so I'm gonna tell you guys about the sheet mask in a minute. Anywho, yeah, so I love my Clarisonic, and let me tell y'all something. I was like, I'm taking that bad boy back if it does not work, because I couldn't justify the cost. But now that I have it, this was like the best investment I made in my skin. I've said that a couple of times, and it really, really is. I've had this Clarisonic, I want to say, for 2 years now, and it has not given me any problems. Some people say that they don't like the fact that they have to recharge it and stuff like that. I don't have a problem with recharging it because I just set the cradle, next to the sink in the bathroom, plug it up, and it's good to go. It travels well. It comes with a little travel case, which I take with me whenever, I'm on the road. And I absolutely love it. So, yeah, I highly recommend it. If you've been like sitting on the fence about potentially getting it or not, I definitely would suggest giving it a try. This is the Mia 2. I know the more current ones are more expensive, but yeah, I think it's great. I love mine. So I use that, and then the cleanser I use is, you guys have seen me talk about this before. I use the Mario Badescu glycolic foaming cleanser, and this is like totally a holy grail. I use it year round. I use my Clarisonic obviously year round as well, but I like to use this particular cleanser because it has glycolic acid in it. So if you don't know about glycolic acid, it is an acid that naturally exfoliates the skin. So I started using glycolic acid, I want to say I actually started using it when I was in my mid 30s, when I had that cystic acne issue. And the reason I used it was because, again, I said it naturally exfoliates the skin. So if you get dark marks on your skin, hyperpigmentation as a result of acne or, anything else, it will lighten those areas naturally. Not lighten your skin. It's not a bleaching product, but it will lighten that hyperpigmentation naturally over a period of time. And that's how I got rid of all of the hyperpigmentation I had as a result of that cystic acne. So glycolic acid, it again gently exfoliates the skin, so it promotes the turnover of dead cells on your skin. So that's going to be helpful if you have oily skin, because you're not going to have to worry about the pores sort of clogging as easily and that kind of thing. Do you know if that eye product work without remove? Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm just saying this again. All right. So yeah. So I love it. Again, I've been using this for years now. And I love Mario Badescu. You're going to see a couple of things because I feel like some products lines I like to use together because their products are formulated to work really well together. So yeah. So Mario Badescu, I use that to cleanse my skin. And then after I have cleansed my skin, I then go in to trying to think what is next because I don't want to skip any steps here, and I left my list across the room. So, okay, I'm gonna just go for it. So after I have cleansed my skin, I'm gonna just move on to the next step. If I skip something, I'll let you guys know later. All right, but then I go to begin like the hydration process. When you are a woman of a particular age, hey Felicia, what if you have freckles which are dark? Do you mean like will it lighten the freckles? No, because I have freckles and it ain't lighting jack, girl. It is not lighting my freckles, or I also have like little moles on my skin. They're, naturally kind of occurring. You guys have probably seen them. It does not lighten those, but it does lighten, hyperpigmentation, like as a result of blemishes or rashes and those kinds of things. So yeah. All right. So, I know what I was going to say. So if I want to exfoliate my skin and I want to be a little bit more, like aggressive, like I said, the glycolic foaming cleanser and the Clarisonic naturally and gently. Okay, good, Frankie. It naturally and gently exfoliates, your skin kind of on a regular basis, but sometimes I want to be a little bit more aggressive about it. So I use the Dermalogica Daily Microfoliant, and this is like, it comes out as a powder, and then you just add like a few drops of water, and then you work it kind of into the skin. And I don't usually like manual exfoliating products. Like, how they'll have some scrubs that have, like sea kelp and apricot, in it and stuff like that. I just feel like that is too harsh on the skin. I used it when I was younger, but I do not use it as a woman of a particular age because I just feel, again, it's too harsh. It's too abrasive on the skin. So I use this one by Dermalogica because it is like a finely milled powder and you can feel it like exfoliating the skin, but it's not nearly as abrasive or damaging as those kind of, sea kelp type products. Love the nail color. Oh, girl, you know what? I just bought this. I went to Ulta the other day, and I didn't want to use the polish that they have at the nail salon, so I bought this. I just happen to have it right here too. This is by OPI, and it is called All the Hot Spots. Oh, no. It's called, y'all know I need some readers on right now. You all who are over 40, 45 know the struggle. But it looks like it says Reykjavik has all the hot spots. That's the name of the polish. That's a weird name for the polish, but yeah, this is it. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. All right, so after I exfoliate the skin, then I go in and I hydrate the skin. And so my first step, y'all already know what I'm going to say because I have used this and talked about this product ad nauseum because it is a multi-purpose product and I love multi-purpose products. So this is the Mario Badescu Rose Water products. You guys know I love this stuff. It's light. I love it. A shade I would like. Girl, yeah, it's really, really pretty. And this is like a couple of coats. This is probably 3 coats. So if you like it to be like really like lighter and stuff like that, you can actually see how it builds up. And you could do as many or as few coats as you like. It's a really, really wonderful color. So I'm glad you like it. And I'll put a link to it. Maybe I'll put a link to it beneath, after the video. I guess it's a current color. I don't know. But yeah, so I use the Mario Badescu facial spray with aloe, herbs, and rose water. And I like to use this because it helps to pH balance the skin as well as hydrate the skin. And I use this on my face, and then you guys know I also use it in my hair, and it is a ride or die. I've been using it for years as well. My daughter uses it. She's 20, and it's bomb. Now, they also have the cucumber facial spray as well, which I have around here. Oh, here it is. They have the cucumber spray as well, which is this one. I prefer to use this one in the summertime because my oil glands are more active in the summertime. And I think that's because it's hot and the body gets that signal that you're dehydrated, but you're not really dehydrated. So it causes your skin to think it's dehydrated, and you naturally produce more oils on the skin. It's weird. So this one is more calming to the skin, and that really is something I need in summertime, but I don't need it in winter. In winter, I want to get, more of the benefits of this product. It's a little bit more hydrating in my opinion. All right, hold on one second, guys. Okay. Sorry, I had to grab my charger because my battery is getting low. All right. Okay, so after I do that, I go ahead and I begin to add product to my under eye area to help keep it hydrated, to minimize wrinkles, and to get that nice, not a puffy look, but a full look, beneath the eyes. So as we age, we naturally, I'm going to try to do, okay, look, okay, you can see here. All the shimmers is not gold. No, I'm just kidding. All right, so if you step into the wrong lighting, you will see. No, I'm just kidding. All right, so like you can see that I have like a little bit of a divot here and a little bit of a divot here. As we get older, the area beneath our eyes tends to become more sunken. So usually what would happen is that this whole area would begin to be more sunken. Now, all you see is this area, and part of that has to do with the fact that it's a smile line for me. But to avoid like this entire area getting sunken, I started to use products beneath my eyes to help to, promote a more youthful look, feel, and appearance. I'm sorry, guys. Hold on one second. Okay. All right. I just wanted to make sure this was charging. All right. So I use 2 products for beneath my eyes, and these are my ride or dies for sure. The first one I've talked to you guys about before, and it is the Glycolic Eye Cream by Mario Badescu. Guys, if you don't mind, would you mind? I never asked this, but one of the young ladies in the last video, she was like, it's 13 people in this video and only 2 thumbs ups. Would you mind thumbing up the video if you like what you are seeing, guys? Because it's really the only way I know that this is like the kind of content you guys like. And then also, if you leave comments after the video, that's helpful too. I hate to ask, but yeah. Thank you. The skin is not as plump as we get older. That's right, Frankie, girl. That stuff wanna sink in. So yeah, for years, I did not believe in under eye moisturizers. In fact, thank you, Frankie. In fact, I just use my regular moisturizer beneath my eyes, and it was okay for a while. But when I started, having to deal with these other issues of aging, I went ahead and I began to try different under eye products, and I found 2 that really, really work. A lot of them were no different. Thank you, Frankie. Girl. Oh, you telling her. No, she is beautiful. But yeah, so I have seen a lot of products, and a lot of them are just formulated just like the regular moisturizers for the face. But I have found 2 that, again, these are my 2 ride or dies, and they work beautifully for the under eye area. The first one I've talked to you guys about before. Thank you. Thank you. But yeah, so it's the Mario Badescu Glycolic Eye Cream. Now, I tend to use this one in winter, and I tend to use it at night the rest of the year. Like, I'll use it let's see, during the daytime, I will go ahead and use this product in the fall and winter. But usually during the other times of year, I will only use it at night because it is a little bit, it isn't heavier. What happens is, oh, I wish I didn't have to hold this camera. But here, maybe I can demonstrate it somewhere else. This particular product, and I've told you guys this before, here, maybe when it comes into contact with the skin, it breaks down and oh my gosh, it almost feels like, it feels like, your grandma's, margarine that, she kept on the table like for breakfast. It was always super soft and, it absorbed into that toast. That's what it feels like when it gets on the skin. Like you see, I did not have to rub this very much in order for it to disappear. Whereas with a lot of moisturizers, you have to work it in. Well, this glycolic under eye cream is formulated so that when you put it on, it automatically just kind of breaks down and absorbs under the skin. So when I put it on, first I warm it up on the back of my hand. And then I take a little bit and then I dab it kind of under the eye area. And as I dab it, it immediately, like when it comes in contact with your skin, it begins to break down and clear and absorb into the skin. So you can literally just kind of pat it in, tap, 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 tap it in. And it is wonderful. The other product I just started using about 3 months ago. And that was because sometimes this can have a more oily consistency to it. And I think that that it only feels more oily, or it only felt oilier to me because it was the summertime. So I wanted to use a different product for under the eye. Is it water-based? It disappears quickly. Let's see. What's the first ingredient on here? No, but it is it's like the third ingredient. Yep, it's the third ingredient. So yeah, that's why it disappears so easily. It is absolutely amazing. And then this next product I use, this is the one that I started using in the summer. I absolutely love this. Now, I stayed away from their products for a long time because, again, you all know I'm frugal. But I heard such great things about it, and I just had to try it. So I tried Strivectin, y'all. This is the travel size. So you can get different sizes of these products. So I want you to see the box because this is the Nia 114. So they have different types of Strivectin products. So I just want you to know the proper one that I'm using. So I keep a regular size one, and then I keep travel sizes. If you guys are ever thinking about trying a new product, try to buy the travel size because it'll save you money, but then it'll also give you a chance to kind of try it to make sure you like it before you commit to it. And actually in the information, in the links below, I put the travel size and the full size of some of these products so that you can try the travel size out. Like, why commit? We'll look for these products here in the UK. I hope you find them. I'm sure you will. Like Mario Badescu is an international company, and certainly Strivectin is. But this is the Intensive Eye Concentrate for Wrinkles. So I don't have wrinkles yet, but I don't want them. And the thing I like about this product is that you put it in, again, it absorbs into the skin really easily. You can just tap, tap, tap it in. But I like wearing this one during the day, especially if my eyes are a little puffy, or, things of that nature, or I'm kind of dehydrated and I'm seeing more wrinkles under the eyes. I like to wear this because it makes your under eye feel like you have like a support garment on. Like it's firming. That's what it is. It's firming. So it helps to diminish the appearance of wrinkles. And that's what this one more so is. Whereas the other one, it's going to exfoliate under the skin. I didn't mention that. With the Mario Badescu Glycolic eye cream, it's going to also be exfoliating beneath the eye so that you don't get buildup of old dead skin beneath the eye, because that's going to lend to the appearance of wrinkles as well, and it'll also lend to the appearance of texture beneath the eye. So as we get older, especially, we want to stay away from the appearance of texture at all costs. And what this one does that is a little bit different is it is more firming. So it makes it feel like you have sort of a girdle on beneath your eye. And it literally works immediately. Like the first time I tried it, I noticed a difference. It was one of those, days where I was actually up really late because I'm trying to take the top off so I can show you guys like the consistency of it. So it's white like this. I'm going to put a little bit on my skin here just so you can see it. But it was one of those days where I had a really, really, really long night. Please put both the names below. I don't have wrinkles yet. You know what? They should be in the information section associated with this video. So you should see them. And you just pat it in and see how easily this disappears as well. Yeah. Only it has that firming effect. And I'm learning that that's the thing about Strivectin. Strivectin is an anti-aging, I guess, or at least the products I use for them are anti-aging. And so they really have formulated their products really effectively to deal with any issues you may have associated with aging. So yeah, I use that and it makes it feel like I have a girdle. So after I've done my under eye stuff, I start working on my face. And the first thing for moisture I add to my face, I started using this product. I'm 46 and I'm getting liver spots under my eyes. What can I do? Wow, liver spots beneath the eye. So they look like freckles, but they're actually liver spots. Is that what you're saying? If so, let me know. Yes, okay. I'm not sure. I wonder, I'm not sure. Let me look into that and I'll see if I can find out what may work for you. I haven't had that experience yet in terms of liver spots on my skin yet. So I haven't looked specifically for products associated, but I'm going to do a little bit of research and see what I could find. Okay. Oh, okay. Or are your eyes just dark? Yeah, that's what I was going to think, because I was going to ask, I wonder if it's just diet, because for me, when I don't have enough leafy greens, when I don't have enough iron, things of that nature, when I'm dehydrated, I will get darkness beneath my eye. So, you could maybe see if it's diet related. Otherwise, I will look for something specifically for liver spots and let you know what I come up with. Okay. So the next thing I use is the multi-action stress defense. I just started using this again over the summer. This is my travel size because I'm doing this because Eric and I are getting together next week. So you guys will see Eric next weekend. But I keep all these travel size products because they're just easy to pack, throw in a bag, and keep in my case. My eyes will still get dark if I don't drink enough water. I drink a gallon a day. It works. Wow. Yes, it does, girl. One of the reasons I like this multi-action stress defense product is because it is a gel hydrator. So a lot of moisturizers are more creamy. And so when I first started using this, it was in the summertime, and I did it because I wanted something that had more of a serum-y type texture to be close to my skin. To protect it from free radicals that was in the air. And then also I thought that it would work really well given that I produce more oil on my skin. So if you are, again, an oily girl, I think you will really, really like this product. It when it comes out, it is a clear, it's like a clear gel. It's not sticky. It doesn't, it's not sticky or tacky on the skin. When you put it on the skin, it actually breaks down, and it feels like water. Oh, that's why they call it hydrating water gel. But yeah, That's a good name for it because that's exactly what it does. It feels like water on the skin and it absorbs so beautifully, and it does keep your skin hydrated all day. Now for fall, I'm actually going to be using that because I like having a serum-y type product close to my skin, but over top on the areas where I would normally see like sagging. As you guys can tell, I have smile lines here. So like in this area and then kind of around here, I'm also going to be using my Mario Badescu Collagen Moisturizer. And I'll probably be using this in this area too, only because it has sunscreen in it, and I like to use products with sunscreen. In the wintertime, we get a lot of snow, and a lot of times people think you don't need to wear a sunscreen in the wintertime, but you really, really do. So I like this because it does have the sunscreen in it, and then also it's a bit thicker than the water gel I just mentioned by Strivectin, so I feel like it will help to kind of seal that moisture in, but it isn't so heavy that I feel like, it will clog my pores. It has never clogged my pores, and this I've been using for at least 2 years now. So I love to use it in the fall and in the winter because it gives my skin that extra kind of protection, and it helps to keep it hydrated. So after I have done that, the last step I will do, and sometimes I use this at night and sometimes I use it during the day. I don't have wrinkles on my neck or in this area yet, but they do have a really good product to address that. Where is it? It's also by Strivectin, and I got this because it came in a little case that I have. Here's my travel size. Again, I highly recommend trying the travel sizes. They're less expensive than the full sizes. You can travel with them. You can use them as backup when you run out of some of your other products, and they just work like really great. But this, I actually bought the full size of this because one of the ladies in the makeup room I'm a member of, like, she swears by it. And I think she's like 52 now. And so I tried it. And so every so often, I don't do it all the time, and more so I put this on at night, but I just take it and I'll put it like on the neck. If I don't use that, then I'm just using my Mario Badescu on my neck, because you don't want to have a face that is like snatched and then a neck that is like gobble, gobble, gobble. So you want to have you want to tighten that area as well. All right. You know what? One other one I use, and I'm not sure, I use this product over the summer. I'm not really sure if I'm going to continue to use it in the fall and winter yet, but I just love using it so much this summer, was this multi-action restorative cream by Strivectin. I loved this as a nighttime moisturizer during the summer. It isn't as heavy as one of the other nighttime products I would use. So I would like rotate. I would use that one night and then use the other one on, the next night. But it was really good as well. So if you're looking for different moisturizers, I would definitely say check out Strivectin. Check out their travel sizes of the products first, maybe, before trying the full sizes, and then, load up on the products that you really love, because that's how I started out. Okay. The next product I use, you guys saw me talk about this in my L'Occitane video. I swear by this product. And this is a big girl product. Like, this is a grown woman purchase because this stuff is expensive. That is good advice about the travel size. Spend less to see if you like it. It is better than getting stuck with a larger exactly, girl. You guys know I'm frugal. Or as Eric likes to say, I'm cheap. I'm not cheap. I just feel like you need to utilize your funds wisely, right? I'm sorry. Maybe that's that's a whole other story. I'll get into that another time. But I raised my daughter by myself. I was divorced when she was sort of young. So maybe it's the single, mom in me, but I feel like you have to make good use of your pennies. All right. Now this, as I said, is a grown woman purchase. This is the L'Occitane Divine Cream, and it is expensive, but y'all, I have had this product for probably like 6 months now, and I want to show you how much is left. You only need a little bit of this. Look, I still got a bunch. Like this, I'm going to have for at least a year. I may even have it for more. It is a moisturizer for the skin. If you want to know, cheap is not in a girl's vocabulary. That's right, frugal, penny wise. I'm sure you guys can give me a whole bunch of other ways of saying it. Value engineered, all kinds of stuff. But yeah, so this stuff, oh my gosh. This stuff is amazing. So it is a moisturizer for the skin. I tend to use this at night. In the wintertime, like when it's winter, it's only fall now. But in the winter, I will probably be using this during the day as well. It is so freaking hydrating. It just plumps the skin. It makes it look so youthful. It gives the skin such a beautiful glow. And you only need like a little bitty, this is the little spatula that comes with it. You only need a spatula this big with this, with that stuff. That's why I have so much left. So it is expensive, but it's worth every penny. So the Divine Cream is I believe it's water-based. When you put it on the skin, it melts into the skin literally like water. Like some of these other products do that, but this, like it literally feels wet like water. It is amazing. Put a candle in it. Oh, that's a good idea, Frankie. Frankie just said, when I'm all done with this, I should put a candle in it because it's such a pretty jar. That is a good idea. I like that. Go on, girl. All right. You need a DIY channel. But yeah, so when you put it on, it literally feels like water is on your skin. That's how beautifully formulated it is and how it breaks down. Now, this moisturizer is the major ingredient in this product is a flower called the Immortelle flower. And it's a flower from it's like in the countryside somewhere in Paris. I had all the details on it when I did a review of the Nolyenapturallyme, which I absolutely love. But anyway, so it's a flower that grows there, and they use it as the basis to formulate this product. And the flower is a flower that never wilts. Like you could cut it and it never looks as though, you know how like roses will wilt and, you know, you can tell when they're dying. The Immortelle flower is not that way. So I don't know. I guess it's something about that flower that contributes to the nutrients and just the impact it has on the skin when we use it on the skin. I don't know what the magic is aside from that, but I love this stuff. It is absolutely amazing. You frugal too? Well, I need to look up that flower, girl. Amazing. All right. So yeah. So that's the other thing I use when it comes to hydration. And then after I've done that, I just go ahead and, you know, like I'll put my makeup on and that sort of thing. So the only other thing I would like quickly go over is masks on my skin, like specialized treatments I do to my skin. So one of the things I do, like when I get breakouts and things of that nature, is I sometimes will use like a mud and just mix it with a little bit of water and then just do like spot treatment. But sometimes that could be messy and, you know, you end up wasting a lot of the mud. So most of the time though, what I do, and I got this tip from Halle Berry years ago, was using an organic tea tree oil. Now, I do not recommend using the tea tree oil all over the skin, but as a spot treatment for breakouts, highly recommend. You just take a little bit of the tea tree oil. This one comes with a dropper, which I absolutely love. And you could use it a couple of ways. Okay. If you wanted to use your tea tree oil as part of like your everyday regimen, especially now that we're going into winter, it is something to think about. If you have acne prone skin, you could take this oil, which is an essential oil, and you could mix it with a carrier oil, like a jojoba oil or a vitamin E oil or something of that nature. And then put it like in a little container like this. I make my own oils. So this is one that I made up. But you could mix it and put it in something like this and then use that over your skin at night. Just a little bit, just like a drop or two over the skin at night, and that will help to keep the skin calm and to prevent acne breakouts. That's because tea tree oil kills bacteria, and then it also helps to relieve inflammation. So if you have aches in your body, like in your joints, things of that nature, you could rub some tea tree oil in it. I would suggest mixing it with another type of oil. Like if you're putting it on your body, maybe an olive oil or something of that nature. You add a few drops in your bath every day. Oh my gosh, yes, yes. And it will relieve that inflammation. It has so many benefits for the body. So yeah, it's a antibacterial, and then also it will take the inflammation out. So if I take it and I put a little bit on the tip of a Q-tip, and then I just put it on wherever I have the breakout, by the time I wake up in the morning, it is significant and it never fails. The breakout is either gone or it is significantly reduced. And if it was red or discolored in some way, the discoloration has gone away. So I highly, highly, highly recommend. Highly recommend. All right, so the only other things I use are masks. So I'm just going to go over a couple of them. Before this video, I actually just used my Korean sheet mask. So I love the, Asian sheet masks. I think they are awesome. I'm somewhat addicted to them and I buy them all the time. Yes, tea tree oil is great for the scalp as well. Make sure though that you don't have like product buildup. If you're having issues with your scalp, make sure that, you clarify your scalp, because that may be the culprit of, why your scalp is having issues. But you could also mix like a castor oil and a tea tree oil together with a little bit of another kind of oil, like maybe some people don't like coconut oil. I still like coconut oil, and a jojoba oil, an avocado oil, and you could use that not necessarily on your hair, but to massage your scalp, and it will help to soothe the scalp and then also promote hair growth. So yeah, that's a good tip, good reminder. But yeah, I love these masks. I use the anti-aging pumpkin mask today. These are by Tony Moly. I buy you learned that from me. Oh, good. I'm glad these tips help. I mean, that's what this is about, sharing and, helping us all learn a little bit. And I learned so much from you guys. So I'm so appreciative to you guys. But yeah, so if you're looking for like, a way to luxuriate and also do good things for your skin, I highly recommend trying the Tony Moly masks. They have all, it doesn't have to be Tony Moly, but I feel like they are the most cost effective. They are not very expensive. They usually are like between $3.99 and maybe $6.99. And they have a mask for any issue you may experience with your skin. So if you want something that's anti-aging, if you want something that's hydrating, if you have oily skin, if you have dry skin, if you have, suffering from acne, if you want something for wrinkles, if you want something that's clarifying or purifying, they have a mask for any situation that may have, be occurring with your skin. So I highly recommend them. My daughter really loves them. They're just great. So they come out like really easily. You can find them pretty much everywhere. I did put a link just so you guys could see like the wide range of different types of masks you could choose from. But I give these like for gifts at Christmas to my daughter and to my goddaughter. They love these things. But yeah, so you just put them on, you leave them on for like 20 minutes, you take them off, and your skin is renewed. Beauty. So that's one thing I like. The other thing I like, so I use masks for different things. So if I have noticed that my skin is really dry, which even though I have oily skin, like oily skin has nothing to do with the hydration level of your skin. Two totally different things. So when I feel like my skin is getting really dry and kind of ashy, I have to go put my son to bed. Okay, hon. I'll see you next time. Ah, um, and I'm just going to do a few more things for the end of this video. So, you know, just tune back in and skip to the end and you'll see the masks that I'll share. Okay. This is a great moisture mask for skin when it's like really, really dry. This one, I did use this summer, but I envision I'm going to use it more as the winter progresses because my skin gets really, really dry in winter, especially because we have radiator heat indoors. And then, like I said, our temperatures are really extreme here in the Chicagoland area. And so the skin really does take a beating. So like once a week or twice a week, I will use, you know, a mask depending upon, and I base it, you know, depending upon what my skin needs and the time of year. So I do more moisture and hydration masks during the fall and winter. I don't need them as much in the spring and the summer. So this is one, it's called the Overnight Replenishing Moisture Mask. And I was kind of nervous about using this at night because I thought that it was going to mess up my pillowcase or something like that. And it didn't do that. And when I rinsed it off, it was not difficult to take off. It didn't leave my skin feeling tight. It actually, you know, my skin was, you know, I don't want to say puffy, but you know, it was like rejuvenated, right? So I didn't have those sunken in areas. It helped around this area to kind of deal with that sunkenness and that kind of thing. So I absolutely loved it. The other type of mask I use, in addition to some of my DIYs, and I'll put a link to some of the DIY masks I make. Like I do one with clay, and then I do another one with herbs, turmeric mask. I love that one. And so I do have a video where I show you guys the recipe I use for that one. But when I feel like my face is just, I don't know, either I'm tired or maybe my skin is just tired. Maybe I'm not eating right and I'm noticing that, you know, my face is a little bit more sunken, then I will use a collagen mask. And I really do love this one by Mario Badescu. I tried it because it came in a kit I purchased and fell in love with it ever since. When you put it on, it just feels hydrating from the moment you put it on to even after you take it off. And it also has, like, I don't know what is in this, but this is what it looks like. I don't know what's in this, but it feels like, you know how if you have a product that has some sort of mint in it, or like a tea tree oil, you just feel it like radiating like into the skin. That's how this collagen mask feels. And I absolutely love it. There is one more mask I wear, and I'm not sure where it is, but there's another hydrating mask I really, really like. It's more hydrating and firming, and it is by Glam Glow. I saw a lot of people on YouTube using it, and I decided, it was in Sephora one day, and I decided, okay, let me try to get it, because not all Sephoras carry it, and the one that I went back to pick up more was actually out of it, so I ended up ordering more online. You know what? It is not thin. You know what? It's not super thick. When you put this on, you're talking about the mask, I'm assuming, this. So look, so see, it's not thin. See how it's not moving? So it is thick. But when you put it on, you want to put a thin coating of it on and then let it dry. So yeah, it's not runny or anything like that. Actually, none of the masks I use are runny or, you know, or are super thin. So you can really put that one even coat on very easily and get good coverage, and you're good to go. But going back to the Glow Glam, I love you know what, I think I'll put a link below if I don't have it. I don't see it here, but I love that particular, the firming mask, because like it's not going to do anything if you have breakouts. It's not going to do anything if you're suffering from dry skin. It is really all about kind of firming the skin, and it does that one thing really, really well. So sometimes when I see a lot of people using a product, I'm like, not sure if someone just sent them this product, you know, like all of the influencers or whatever. And so I'm always skeptical of those things, but I actually did try it for myself and I really, really loved it. So that's the only other mask I use. And yeah, that's about it. So if I had to say like some of my, you know, I know I've talked about quite a few products and I'm actually kind of amazed that I use so many things, but I use them at different times and for different purposes. So, you know, like if you were looking for some essentials just to kind of get you started, I would highly suggest, I know everybody's not going to be able to get a Clarisonic, but get something. Don't just depend upon manually cleansing the skin. It is refreshing, girl. It definitely is. But yeah, you know, my daughter likes, oh, she got one. She's tried the Spin for Perfect Skin, and she tried this other one that she really, really likes because it came with a lot of different attachments and it was a bit sturdier than the Spin for Perfect Skin. I'm going to find out what it is and I'll link it below. It's less expensive, but honestly, I do like this one better than hers only because it look like a little lazy stuff. So obviously it gets more rotation. So you're deep cleansing more efficiently and more effectively. But then also this has like this pulse, pulse technology is just a pulse. So yeah, like if you cleanse your skin in a certain order, it's going to make sure that based upon the speed of the bristle you have selected, that you've thoroughly cleansed your skin in that section. Because sometimes what would happen is that we just naturally, or at least for me, I just naturally spend more time in this area cleansing, not so much down here and not so much up here. And I really think that's why my skin is lighter in this area than it is up top or below. So the Clarisonic really helps you to make sure that you're giving even attention to the various areas of your skin, which I really like. So, but I will put a link to like a Spin for Perfect Skin, you know, alternative, because we got to watch our budgets, right? So I would say definitely something to cleanse your skin. Definitely the Mario Badescu. This is ride or die. Like I cannot live without this. Like if I had to go with bare minerals, it would be my Clarisonic. It would be this. It would be this, because this isn't very expensive and it helps you to make sure that you really get in and get some of that excess oil off. I would also do my Dermalogica oil product to help loosen up that dirt. And I say that because I have oily skin and I just need the extra deep cleansing. This, ride or die. Yep. It's not very expensive either, guys. They have these in $5 bottles, $7 bottles, and I think this one is either an $8 or a $16 bottle, something like that, and it's huge. So this would be a ride or die. And then, oh, my Strivectin products, my under eye products with the Strivectin would be another one. And then in terms of moisturizers, it's a toss up between this and probably my Mario Badescu, because I've used this for the longest period of time and I just absolutely love it. So yeah, I think it's really important for women to have a good skincare regimen, especially, you know, if you didn't start a skincare regimen when you were younger, then it is never too late to begin. I highly suggest, you know, doing that. This is the only skin we have. And so you want to take care of it and make sure that, that you're keeping it healthy. And of course you want to put your best face forward, as they say. And you know, no makeup is going to make up for good skincare. It's just not. So definitely if you invest in anything, I say invest in good skincare products. And because you can mask it with foundation and stuff like that, but you know, you can have the best foundation, but if you don't have good skin beneath, then it's going to diminish the appearance and the, you know, the usefulness of that foundation. So you got to start with the basics. So yeah, so if you didn't start it, I would say definitely start. Another good, you know, tip is Smoothies. This is another thing I do. This is a whole other video though. I am doing a smoothie challenge. I was thinking about having us do it together, but I don't know if y'all down for that. So you'll have to let me know in the comment section if you guys are down for doing, you know, like a smoothie challenge together. But I love smoothies. I was drinking green smoothies before they were a fad. I like how you mentioned your daughter is using some of the products. I remember my mom used to make me when I was a teen to use an astringent on my face back in the day. Absolutely, absolutely. You know, I think that's one of the important things that, you know, that's a womanly thing that, you know, like with any type of grooming that you pass down. Wow, you look awesome and your curls are so lovely. You go, girl. Oh, thank you, Lavinia. Me and these curls is having some issues today, but I'll tell you all about that later. But yeah, you know, skincare is so important. And so my daughter is 20 now. She'll be 21 in December. And she started putting her skincare regimen together. I want to say probably about 2 years ago, she got really serious about it. And she tries a bunch of different products like the Bahi stuff. And she's trying some other skincare products now. We were thinking about doing a video series together where we can see how different products look on her skin type and you know, on, I don't want to say youthful skin because my skin youthful, but on 20-year-old skin, as well as how the skin care products work on more mature skin. So I don't know if that's something that you guys would like to see, but if you do think it's something you'd like to see, then definitely let me know, because we would love to do that together. But yeah, it's really important, I think, for us to pass down to our daughters the importance of taking care of themselves, not just in terms of the exterior, the skin and that kind of stuff, but also just taking care of their bodies, you know, making sure that they go to the physician and all of those wonderful things. So yeah, she and I talk about that stuff quite a bit. So I guess that's it, guys. Do you have any questions? Let us sister know. And don't forget to hit thumbs up if you liked this video. If you'd like to see more videos like this, then yeah, it really helps me to kind of figure out what videos and content to spend more time on versus, you know, others. And if you have ideas for future videos, once this video goes live, if you wouldn't mind, that would be nice for younger and older. Okay, so we will do skincare for younger and older. And we were also thinking about, okay, let me know what you guys think about this. You're down for the smoothie challenge. Okay, so we'll do that as well. We were thinking about, because we used to do this a long time ago, we would use different hair care products on our different hair types. So those of you who've seen my daughter on the channel know that she has really long, very dense, very coily, thick hair. It's so beautiful. And my hair is, you know, obviously, you know, low to medium density, fine hair, looser curls. And so at one time we used to do videos where we would use the same products, do the same style, and then show you guys the results. So I don't know if that's something that you guys would be interested in seeing, you know, as we begin to plan for later this year and early 2018. She and I want to do more things on the channel together that you guys will find to be, you know, meaningful and helpful. So if that's something that you think you would like to see, please do leave a comment below, especially if the video goes live, because I lose, for some reason, the chat comments don't transfer over. So I lose a lot of that information after this video ends. But yeah, if you guys don't mind leaving them as a comment beneath the video, I would greatly appreciate it. So I hope this video was helpful. If you guys have any skincare tips, please don't hesitate to send them to me. I will upload this video to my YouTube channel, even though it was live. So if you need to come back to anything, all the information will be here. I will list all of the products we talked about in this video in the information section beneath it. And you can always email me. You can visit my website, nolyenapturallyme.com, or you can leave a comment beneath this video if you have any questions about any of the information I shared, or if you want to suggest a product. I just transitioned after 2 years, very helpful. Now I am a natural curly girl. All right, Frankie. Oh my gosh. Yes, I'm glad you transitioned. You know what? I feel like a lot of people don't realize that you don't have to big chop. You don't have to, you don't have to go that route solely to be natural. You can transition, and both my daughter and I transitioned to natural. We should come on here and talk about our natural hair journey. We haven't done that yet. But yeah, we both transitioned. Yeah. You know what? And I have big chopped before. I big chopped before they were calling it a big chop. My mom had cancer and she was starting to lose her hair as a result of her chemotherapy. And so I've never really cared that much about my hair. So I just went ahead and cut my hair. And then she was like, I hope you didn't cut your hair for me. I think she felt bad, but my hair don't mean anything to me. But her hair really meant a lot to her. And so I just did it to support her. But I wore my hair faded for probably 8 years and I absolutely loved it. So I don't think there's anything wrong with big chopping. It's just not the only route you can go. So when my daughter and I actually went natural this last time, we both transitioned for about 15 months and absolutely loved it. And then I got those scissors out, child, and I cut them ends off. But I loved playing and creating different hairstyles while I was transitioning. I did everything. I did Bantu knots, I did braid and curl, twist and curl, all kind of stuff. And it was fun. This natural hair journey it should be fun. It shouldn't feel like pressure. It shouldn't feel like stress. It is only hair, and it is, who we are authentically. And I think that it is, imperative that we at least have some, even if you don't want to, stay natural, just to actually see your natural hair, work with your natural hair, love your natural hair in its natural state, as well as whatever else you choose to do it. I just think that that's an important experience for women to have and for girls to have. So that we're accepting ourselves authentically first and foremost, and then we can play with the other stuff as well. I was shocked when you say you were. Girl, I was too. It's like you don't know what to expect, and then it's just kind of crazy because you're like, I'm 40 years old and I've never seen my natural hair. Dang. Yeah, since 14 years old. Yeah. Girl, I know. Anywho, maybe we'll do a video on that, just on the natural hair journey, and do that maybe as a live feed so we can kind of share and talk about our different experiences. That would be cool. All right, ladies, I'm going to go. Later tonight, we're going to be doing another live video, so I got to figure all this out and why my live feed is tripping. Because I definitely need both hands when I do this tonight's live feed. We will be cutting and shaping our a wig together, and the wig is this beautiful piece by Outre. So this is it. It is the big beautiful hair wig. You guys have seen me rock this in the past. It is my absolute favorite curly wig. If you want to see a picture of it, you can head over to www.nolyenapturallyme.com. There are several pictures of different styles I've created using this wig, and it's absolutely to die for. It is, again, my favorite curly wig. It's amazing. So in a few hours, we're supposed to get together to cut and shape that wig together. So I hope to see you guys a little bit later, all right? Hope you guys have a good rest of the afternoon. I'll see you later, and thank you for joining me. All right, bye.